things. Their behavior was circumspect. They discussed politics. They didn't touch. How could I discover? Then, when the first course arrived, I noticed the way each held his fork out for the other to taste what he had ordered. They did this again and again, with pleased looks, indulgent smiles for each course, more than once for each dish. Much too much for just friends. Their behavior somehow sickened me. The way each gladly put the food the other had offered into his mouth. I knew what they were. I knew they slept together. An immense depression came over me. I knew I could never with such ease allow another to put food into my mouth. Happily myself put food into another's mouth. I knew that to become a wife, I would have to give up my ideal. Even as a child, I saw that the natural process of aging is for one's middle to thicken, one's skin to blotch, as happened to my mother and her mother. I loathed nature. At 12, pancakes became the most terrible thought there is. I shall defeat nature. In the hospital, when they weigh me, I wear weights secretly sewn into my belt. January 16th, the patient is allowed to eat in her room, but comes readily with her husband to afternoon coffee. Previously, she had stoutly resisted this on the grounds that she did not really eat, but devoured like a wild animal. This she demonstrated with utmost realism. Her physical examination showed nothing striking. Salivary glands are markedly enlarged on both sides. January 21st, has been reading Faust again. In her diary, writes that art is the mutual permeation of the world of the body and the world of the spirit. Says that her own poems are hospital poems, weak, without skill or perseverance, only managing to beat their wings softly. February 8th, agitation, quickly subsided again, has attached herself to an elegant, very thin female patient. Homoerotic component strikingly evident. February 15th, vexation and torment. Says that her mind forces her always to think of eating. Feels herself degraded by this. Has entirely, for the first time in years, stopped writing poetry. Callas is my favorite singer, but I've only seen her once. I've never forgotten that night. It was in Tosca. She'd long before lost weight. Her voice had been for years deteriorating, half itself. When her career began, of course, she was fat, enormous. In the early photographs, sometimes I almost don't recognize her. The voice, too, then, was enormous, healthy, robust, subtle, but capable of crude effects, even vulgar, almost out of high spirits. Too much health. But soon she felt